Hello everybody. This week we are going to be working with graphics, and you may or may not know some of the things I'm going to go over in this video, but if you do, it's a good review. If not, maybe you'll learn some new fun things. So one of the things that it's going to have you do is group some graphics together. So I'm going to insert some pictures, and these are from the assignment. I just saved them to my desktop. So we're going to insert the feather pen and the inkwell. I think I did that last time too. If you have it selected, it kind of inserts the new one right over the top. So we'll try that again. Actually, I think I had the inkwell. Now I want the feather pen. Okay, there we go. Now I have them both. All right, so you'll notice that they're two separate pictures. When you highlight them, it has the box around it. We're going to make some changes to these pictures. One of the things that it's going to have you change is the text wrapping. Now, you'll notice that this menu only comes up when the picture is selected. So if you click outside of your picture, you're not going to have that format menu. But under the format menu, that's where you can change the position where it's at on the page, or with text wrapping, or you can change the text wrapping here too. If I'm going to move a picture or resize it, I like to change it to square because you can click on it and kind of drag it around on the page wherever you want. So square is always my favorite one. You'll notice without this one being square, I can't move it down. So that's the first change I like to make to pictures, so that I can move it. You can resize it by clicking on the sizing handles. If you click on a corner sizing handle, it should keep the picture proportionate. But if you click on a side one, it's going to kind of skew it. Okay, and depending on what you want to do with the picture, that may work. But if you want it to be proportionate, just grab a side one. All right, so for this picture, we actually want to move the feather. Let's make the feather a little bit smaller and have it go with the inkwell. So one of the things that it's going to have you do is change the background. So let's go over here. Actually, let me show you where that is. So again, that was under the format menu, and then just over here under remove background. And I'm going to click on keep changes. Now you'll notice there were other options on there. You can kind of draw it with it, and make other changes, but I just want to remove the background completely. Let me show you what will happen if you don't remove the background. Now it's not gonna let me undo it here. Let me see if it'll. Okay, so without removing the background, you'll notice that when I move one picture over the other, I'm covering up part of that picture. So that's why we want to remove the background, so that it's just the feather that we see. So then we can kind of move them together and make them closer together. So one thing it's going to have you do is group pictures. So right now, if I click on it and move it, I'm only moving part of it. So I want to group these two pictures together. So to do that, I'm going to highlight one of them, and then I'm going to hold down Control and click on the other one. So it'll highlight both of them. On a Mac, you're going to hit the Command button, and it might be a little bit different. I've never grouped pictures in a Mac. So this is how it will work for a PC. So with both of them highlighted, if you go right click, I like to use the right click menu. You go to group and then group again. Now you'll notice that you can click on both of them individually, but if you click on kind of the outer part, it's grouped as one picture together. Okay, if you want to go back in and ungroup it, you decide you don't want them together anymore, you can ungroup, and then it goes back to normal that way too. All right, one thing that I like to do, I'm just going to actually delete both of these pictures now. I'm going to insert a picture from my desktop. Now this is a picture that I don't know if I took it off my phone, but I don't know if it was Instagram or Pinterest. I don't know what it was, but I did a screenshot of it. And I'm going to go in and make that change that I like to make first off. Change it to square. Make it a little bit smaller so you can see it all on the page, maybe. Okay, but you'll notice that there's, you've got this at the top, you've got stuff on it that you don't necessarily want to save on the picture. So what I like to do is use this crop feature. So it's going to put these thick black borders around it, and you can go in and move those borders to where you want the picture. You can kind of take in the sides a little bit if you don't want any borders on it at all. Okay, so now I have it where I want, and I'm just going to hit enter. So now I have this picture instead of what was taken off of my phone. It's a little bit cleaner, nicer look, easier to work with. I also do that, let me take this, oops, let me just take this picture out. I also do that when I do a print screen. So this topic came up in I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but on my computer I have a dual monitor. So when I hit print screen on my computer and then come into Word and paste it, it shows both screens. Now, I did try the Alt print screen and it worked great. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to do Alt and print screen. And then when I paste that one in, it shows just the screen that I'm working on, which is awesome. But even then, if you still want to go in and, you know, crop it, you only want the document itself. So you can make these changes with any image. So it's definitely handy. If you want to kind of get fancy with some of these different options in here, you can add a border to it. There's lots of different things you can do to it, but you can play around with that on your assignment this week. All right, I think that's everything that I was going to cover for this week. The keyword is earwig. Hopefully you don't see any. My brother used to tell me when I was a little girl that if one got into your ear and died, that you would die. So never really liked earwigs. But there you go. That's our keyword. Have a great day.